Like none of my shit is being Schedule 1 is not a hard game to run. And if my PC's having trouble running that, dude, wow. From what I know, it isn't. I don't understand, dude. I don't know why it keeps doing that. And if my PC's having trouble running that, yeah, I'm sorry about that, Will. It wasn't on you. It's not on you. It's on my end. My PC crashed fully, dude. It might be time to
There's more doors. There's different.
possibly back up some data. I don't know. I've never had my PC crash as much as it has the past
Alright, I'm quitting.
2 days. Why are you quitting?
I got busted by a ninja cop. So I turn
Oh, yeah,
around to
just
deal
quit
with
it.
the cops behind me, and then all of a
That's
sudden
fine.
I fucking get busted with like
That's-
40 blood. No,
That's fine. That's fine.
complete bullshit.
I mean, for real, like, losing 40 tulips, dude, is ridiculous. There's no reason for it. These cops are ridiculous at times. I mean, would you say they're worse than GTA cops? All right, so third darkness subclass. Okay. So I think that they should just start adding more super. Like, here's the thing. This is what I think, and I think this is something that's totally feasible. Whether Bungie wants to admit it or not, it is 100% feasible. Okay, and it is 100% easy for them to do. I don't care what they say. I know it is. With how they're able to make subclasses and all that, I know it is. I don't want to hear any excuses. There is no excuse. This is feasible for Bungie to do. Is they have they add one new super to each subclass, and at the beginning of Apollo, I don't even care if they give it a reason. Just add them a new super. Besides, maybe like Solar obviously doesn't need one, you know. Even the Prismatic too. Solar obviously doesn't need one on Warlocks. Titans don't need one, and Hunters don't really need one on what was that, Arc? That's where they got that stupid blade trick. Arc. They don't necessarily need one either. So, you know what I mean. But my bad. A third darkness subclass. See, I'm not even 100% sure what they could do for one, because what besides, I guess, the witness's power itself, but a lot of people are going off the fact that it might be a Taken subclass, and I think it's a little far-fetched that they're gonna let us play with Taken energy. You want to send me an invite, buddy? It's not letting me just join up on you. Okay, there we go. I don't know. I don't think they'll give us Taken subclass because it doesn't make 100% sense. Because of how Taken energy works and how you get your powers from it and all that. You know what I mean? It just doesn't make any sense. Are you restarting the game completely, Doug?
Nah, I gotta hit a few licks real quick.
You're good. Do what you gotta do. I'm talking anyway. Just let me know when you're back. You heard? I'll just play my own save for now. Oh, it's because apparently we have different versions of the game. That's what it's saying to me. Is we have different versions of the game.
Oh, that's
Let me check something here. Do I have update? Does this game have an update or does it not? I thought I had an update. Maybe you need to update? I don't know, dude. I don't know. I'll do this real quick though. A kinetic one? See, I've been hearing kinetic for years though. But what the hell does that even mean? What does a kinetic subclass even like represent here? If that makes any sense. What does it even represent? What is a kinetic power that we can get that wouldn't be easily outshined by something else? Isn't a kinetic grenade just like a normal grenade? It just throw out shrapnel, I'm sure. So it's one of those situations in where I'm not even 100% sure what would be the point of that. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense at all. Verify integrity of the game. I'm just doing that real quick, guys. I'm still playing. I'm still here. You just got to verify the integrity of it. Because here, this is. Let me even look up kinetic energy subclass. Now, I'll pull it up here for you two, I guess, so you can check it out with me. Rough draft of physics. Oh no, that's Dungeons and Dragons. You know what? Maybe that'll give us actually a decent like resume of what a kinetic subclass could look like. Our living channels for elemental matter and energy, manipulating the world around them by drawing upon inner reserves from their own bodies. Kinetics. So it's like a punch. Okay, I get that. You learn additional spells that reach certain levels of the class. Okay, I get that. What are the spells though? What do the spells do? Absorb, accelerate, burning hands that would be useless to us. Titan longsword super. You know what I'm wondering? Where the hell is the super that Cade has? How the hell was he able to use that axe? What was that axe that he used there? And how was he able to use that super? That does not exist for hunters. That is not a hunter super. I've never seen a hunter have an axe besides, not Cade, my bad, Uldren Sov. I've never seen anyone else have an axe. Okay, so we're going to boot the game now. Just so you can have some background noise. So, as a magic flows through your body, it empowers you. At first, you hit your maximum. Okay, so it's pretty much absorb, and you can heat stuff. You know, the only thing I could think of is like an earth subclass, where you literally take the ground from under you, my bad, and destroy stuff with that. Elemental Bane, Victorian Sphere, whatever the hell Sphere is. Cone of Cold, Implosion. Yeah, so you know what that kind of subclass reminds me of? Let me show you. Trickster.
Cone of Cold. Did you really just say that, Pal?
Yeah, that's one of the names from Dungeons and Dragons. Trickster.
Oh my god, they fucking mean that shit. The literal in Futurama when Bender loses his mind in Fantasyland, one of their movie ones. He's like, I cast Cone of Coldness. He's going
What's
nuts.
up, Linduaji? How you doing, buddy?
That's fucked up, man.
So,
wow.
How you doing there, Lindu? We're talking a little bit about Destiny. Me and Will play Destiny a lot. I play Destiny a lot. If you're interested in that, feel free to subscribe too. I stream constantly. Like there's generally not a night where I'm not streaming. If I'm being honest, most nights I am doing this exactly. I'm glad you could stop by though. How you doing? So let me look. It's Trickster. What's that game that we played last? Or Outriders? I think that was the game, right, Doug? Yeah, Outriders. It was Outriders, and it was the Trickster. The Trickster uses kinetic energy. But the fact of the matter is, here, I'll show you real quick. I'm going to pop it up on the screen so everyone can see. The fact of the matter is that kinetic energy, if you look here, let me raise this above the game. If you look here, kinetic energy looks exactly the same. Ooh. Nothing crazy up there. I just, I use sports sites at times. If you look at kinetic energy, it looks exactly like arc. You get what I'm saying? It looks exactly like arc. There's not a big difference between them. And this is what a trickster looks like. It uses kinetic energy. Now, the trickster can do cool stuff, like here, we'll, Play-Doh Bear. We'll look at his. Okay. I'm going to mute the audio, though, because I already have music playing. We're going to look at his. All right, let me up this a bit. Let me up this a bit here. Widen the screen. So let's look at this real quick, this video here. I know it looks horrible right now, but I'm gonna turn up I do this kind of for a reason. I do it for myself. So a lot of the time I'm just listening to audio. So this is what it is. He's putting kinetic energy through his weapons, which, if you think about it, doesn't Well of Radiance already do that? And it looks exactly like Arc. This is exactly what their version of a hunter is here. But that's pretty much all it does. And it dodges and it gives him an electric shock that could pretty much destroy anything in its way. You know, shout out Play-Doh Bear. You know, he seems like a cool guy. But this is kinetic. This is what they have. Now, this is what I was hoping more for in general, okay? Destiny to meditating and give me an aspect. That did happen to one of my buddies. Earth subclass. And it'd be more of a Terra class than anything. Didn't Bungie nerf well? Into the ground. Into the ground. Now, here, this is what we'll do. We'll look in here, because Reddit's not going to let me on there right now. I run a NordVPN on my browser, because you never know what you can trust, who you can't trust when you go to websites. Earth-themed subclass. So grenade, you know, this would pretty much be like an Earth grenade. But then I think about Earth subclasses. If you had a grenade, what is the grenade going to look like? Well, there's a good chance that grenade's going to end up being kind of like how I'd imagine Stasis kind of looks now with the ice flare boats. The grenades would have to kind of travel and find something, I'd imagine. So I don't know if even that would work. I think Earth subclass would be a thing. I'd imagine it'd probably be called something with the name Terra in it. You know, something with like an elemental. But we're talking darkness. You know what darkness isn't? It's not physical. There's no fire to it. Fire isn't real. Just like stasis isn't actually ice. It is the crystallization of will. But the crystallization of will, for some reason, is just extremely cold. Okay? Now, knowing that shatters and implodes. This would be a light subclass, definitely. This would 100% be... When was this even posted, out of curiosity? 2015. This would be a light subclass. Okay? This is before anyone would even think... And this could have stuff that is already in the game. Okay? This could have stuff that we already kind of have in the game. But this is more like... This is a very long post, and... Petition to play Darude music when Titans pop at Super. That'd be dope. That's the one thing I can say, though, is that we know that darkness subclasses aren't based off, like, reality. They're based off the fragments in between imagination, in between space and time. Strand is based off the strands of life, not a physical thing. Okay? That's just made physical by you. Are you already on the game? Or are you still smoking some tea, some meat on the grill? He ain't back yet. All right, so we're gonna go here and look up a third prismatic expanded or third darkness. Okay. Because I want to know what other people's opinions are on this here. Let me. Does this change it over my stream? No. Okay. Let me do something real quick. What's the opposite of a ground super? Now that's a very good question. But we wouldn't get the opposite of what a ground super would be. We would get the opposite more of what a... We get the opposite of... So we have the opposite of void right now, which believe it or no, we don't. Yes, we do. The opposite of solar is stasis. That's obvious. The opposite... Well, I guess, yeah, technically the opposite of void would be strand. We just don't have the opposite to arc, unless maybe that is how it works. Is strand is the opposite to arc? I could be wrong, but I don't think it is, because strand is putting nothingness in, is taking the life out of nothingness already. What's up, buddy? How you doing?
Smell the heebie-jeebies, don't you?
What are you talking about? Who told you? Alright, more supers and melee for subclasses that only have one. Each subclass needs one bomb super and one crowd control. Yeah, Bungie would probably add them to Prismatic too. Okay. So that's just a bunch of opinions. That's no one saying what a third subclass would look like.
You ever like the package Boingo?
Always. Constantly. So this is originally what everyone thought was coming out, was this this orange subclass. Because if you really look at it, we can go to images here. This is what was set up for the subclass. Is this what a lot of people thought was going to happen here? Okay. I think a lot of people still think that's what it's going to be. I think what ended up being the actual subclass is this subclass here ended up being prismatic. It's not luster or whatever the hell they thought it was going to be. Okay. It ended up being prismatic. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess that fit there. So let's see. Black hole density, critical mass. That was kind of, I think, the Warlock build idea there. Mass wielder. Crush with the force. So this is going off the kinetic force still, but kinetic force is still a physical, real thing. It's not a fake thing. But everyone thought this was going to be the third subclass here. Everyone did. I didn't. Now this is the original what everyone thought was going to happen with Strand. They thought Strand was originally going to be Decay, because if you look at it, okay, Decay is the same thing as Arc, but it's its opposite. It's on the opposite end. While lightning can create and destroy, Decay doesn't create, it takes away and destroys, okay? With lightning, you create power. With Decay, it just eats, okay? Now, rock, scissors, we have no paper. That's funny. And of course, these are all, like, concepts, you know? But we don't have anything else but concepts. Plus it shows here what the subclasses were supposed to be originally. And it's very obvious that whatever Bungie was cooking beforehand has changed a lot since Lightfall, since the time between Witch Queen to the final shape. It changed a lot. Because look at this. This is stasis. And this is a well-known thing, too. Right here. This is stasis. Okay? Stasis, strand, whatever the hell this is supposed to be. Okay? That's the darkness side of it. Alright? This is... I don't know what this is. I think this is whatever the hell the Witness or Rolk's power is. Because if you look at that, that kind of looks like his staff. Alright. This is dark. This is light. This is the dark and the light. So on and so forth. Kind of showed us what was coming. I heard void is light and nothingness together. So prismatic could be both darkness and light together. Prismatic is both light and dark together. That's exactly what it is. It is the light subclass mixed with the dark subclass. That's why they called it, you learned how to harness them in perfect harmony. They say that within, I think, the first mission. Or second mission, whenever you get prismatic. They say it within those missions that it's the best in between the two. But that's not what these two are. These are very obviously three subclasses. And these are the three subclasses we have. Because if you really look at it... What the fuck? Bro, I don't care. I don't care. Visit Reddit. Fuck off, dude. I don't care. Leave me alone. I'm trying to do something here. So if you look here, okay. So fusion class. Well, that's already what prismatic is. It's a fusion of everything. You know, I mean, we already have prismatic. It's all fusioned up. This isn't going to be a fusion between the two. What I was more trying to point out here is this literally looks like lines of strand, and this literally looks like waves of ice. What the hell is this? What does this mean? Because it looks like there's an indent, and then like a vortex. Now, this is something I've always wanted, okay, as well. And I've said this before. If you look at Call of Duty Zombies, we all know about the staffs we got, okay? You know what element we don't have at all inside of Destiny? It's a wind element. Now tell me why the opposite, and I understand that wind is technically real, but it's pretty much made out of nothing. And you could call it whatever the hell you wanted. You call it absolutely whatever the hell you wanted. What's going to stop you? What's stopping you? Not a damn thing stopping you. Alright? Not a damn thing stopping you. Now, the reason is if you look at a tornado here. Look at how terrifying that is. Can you even see what I'm looking at? Not really. Alright, here, let me put this more here. So you can see it a little better. Look at a tornado, okay? Look at how terrifying that shit is. No one can sit down and tell me that a tornado isn't scary looking, alright? That is a fire tornado, alright? There's another tornado. There's another tornado. Now, wind energy, I feel, would be kind of slightly the opposite of what arc is. But still, I think Strand is probably the opposite of what Arc is currently, because if you think about it, it kind of is decay in a way, but not really. You know, it's not. And it is. But look at that. Imagine if you could just blow motherfuckers away with a NATO. Imagine if you could just have that thing spawn up, suck everything in it, spit it out the top. Arc is the opposite of wind. I'd imagine so. You know, you'd think Arc would be the opposite of wind. I think that would be a really cool subclass. Now, it's still kind of physical, so they might not do it. But another thing is, still up the same alley.
A hurricane.
A hurricane, yeah, that's literally what I was about to spell. Can't spell shit right. A hurricane. Look at how large these things are. These things spawn on Earth, by the way. In case you're ever curious, they're on Earth. Yeah, they just spawn up near the Florida coast.
That thing happened, really?
Yeah.
That thing actually, God creates those?
I don't know if it's God, but yeah, look, this is pictures from satellite images of the sky. You don't see these things coming. I don't know if there's even pictures you could actually find. This looks like it's fake.
Yeah, but I mean, it could.
I mean, look at that absolute unit of power and wind. Just absolute destruction. Like this.
You gotta look up Hurricane Katrina. That thing fucked shit up.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it did mass damage,
There's a
massive
big
amounts of
one.
damage. You know, and when this is just how a hurricane's made. It's insane. Warm water into the sea, it hits cooler water, and then it has a cooler surface, it weakens. If there's warmer water deep, it moves to the surface and it strengthens. Alright? Now, obviously, Destiny's going to implement it however they want. Okay? They're going to implement it however they think they
You
should.
should like do this long talking format and not just talk some Destiny and other things. Cause like this is good talking right here. People would like that. Will Paxton, would you like more talking about just this?
Just hurricanes?
Well, not just natural events. You could go all into this. Why don't as many
There-
hurricanes hit fucking the Gulf of fucking America?
There's a lot of places. A lot of people already do that. Maybe an Earth Warlock super could be them lifting up a huge blast radius and aim and fires. If they did another, so let's look at an earthquake.
So the reason I came in here, I imagine like you could just take pouches, right? Nicotine pouches, and take. Is that wrong? Can I say that?
I don't think.
I think that's.
I think that's okay.
Take
Yeah.
food grade like flavoring, and just put them on there and dry it and have flavoring, right?
I'd imagine.
Right? Sounds about right.
I'd imagine. Yeah.
Because that can be too much different.
I'd imagine that wouldn't be too bad. Now, this is what an Earth subclass would look
All right,
like.
he said something else.
Yeah.
I'm still listening to you.
Okay. Maybe an Earth Warlock super could be them lifting up a huge blast radius and aim and fire. Yeah, and it's very obvious. Like honestly, I wouldn't be against another light subclass. There's no problem with that at all. A nice new light subclass.
Hi. How are you, buddy?
A nice new light subclass would be dope. I'd be down with like an Earth subclass, or even if they decide to make a Wind subclass light. Here, let me see. Dark subclass theories. Have I been invited yet? Still no? No invite? Nothing, Doug?
I forgot about that. I'm just restocking the whole fucking.
Only 3
I bought-
supers. Where's the third
I bought
darkness
the
subclass?
whole van, bro. Filled it with baggies.
Yeah, yeah. Invite me, please. Invite me.
Yeah, I think that's so.
So only 3 supers. Where is the third darkness subclass? Surely Bungie is keeping it secret as a marketing stunt. What of course it's reasonable. Forsaken had 9 supers. They obviously delayed final shape to add subclass, which was true. They did delay it to add subclass. I find that funny. That was true. So this is what I've looked at long ago. Okay. This is what I looked at long ago. And this is why. This is a dude literally explaining what's going on here. Okay? Because we got Prismatic. And this was 10 months ago. So this was newly added. So this must have been updated. Prismatic, combination of everything. Okay? So we don't have any opposite to Arc. Void is the opposite to Strand, which is what I thought. And then we have an opposite to Stasis. But we may have 6 subclass, but only 5 elements. Bungie likes the number 7. Prismatic only allows light and dark to work together. The Traveler is changing. Light and dark are mixing together. There are hints that something new is coming into existence. Savathun is suggesting Prismatic is just the start. So it might not be a subclass for either side here. It might be a perfect mixture where it's an actual Prismatic subclass in total itself, doing all elemental damage. Kind of like the grenades we see now. Therefore, I still believe one new element to be encountered in Destiny 2 is 6 element born from complete bleeding of light and dark, a shift in cosmic balance, and unity. Prismatic had removed the line between elements, but we are yet to see what happens when it all mixes together. I mean, that's kind of untrue. We know exactly what happens. Here, let me see. Can you see this? Let me read this. Let me show you this while I'm reading it. Okay. But we know exactly what happens when we bleed them together. We get to use both subclasses. But I get what he means. If this is the case, then I also believe that the aura surrounding the Traveler is the first sign that something new is being produced. After all, light and darkness haven't truly been blended since the Traveler and the Veil were separated at the dawn of time. So this is an event the universe has never seen, and it may very well change the universe forever. Which we've already seen from every single one of the situations we've been put in now already. Like, and you know what I mean by situations, okay? That mystery subclass piques my interest. Yeah, it does. But we've already seen with the new what came out of the Travelers. What are we calling them again? The signals, the small little stupid things that we let Aramis run away with, and Oryx is stuck inside of. What are those called again? Do we know? Do we know, chat, off the top of my head? I forgot. There's a specific name for them. Shit. What is it, dude? I don't know. But so solar make heat, stasis, reduce heat, turn something into nothing. Shran turns nothing into something. I wonder what Bungie will do for number 6 in its relationship to Arc. Echoes, yes, echoes of the Traveler and the Witness. That is what they're called, echoes. Thank you very much. Haven't they teased a resonance as a possibility? No. And there's just a lot of people, you know, throwing stuff out. Siva confirmed. I'm going to be honest. I don't want a Siva subclass. Never have, never will. I don't care. I don't care what anyone says. A Siva subclass is not going to be that cool. Everyone thinks it's cool until they have it in their hands, and then we use something else. A Siva subclass is really not that interesting. I've never been able to completely get behind it. I'm going to be honest with you. Never have. I never have been able to get completely behind a Siva subclass. All right, it's about damn time. I'll continue talking about this for a minute after I join him. But a Siva subclass has never been anything that I've been interested in, but plenty of people have. But honestly, a lot of people that love Siva, in my opinion, just don't understand that it's not something that it's a man-made thing. There's no reason to have that as a subclass. A new darkness subclass has been teased in the Mika mission to the moon period. Pretty on the nose. Paraphrasing, they say that there's an untapped aspect of darkness here, manifesting the nightmares that Eris is investigating. Now the Dream Daddy is gone. The new one won't be some unity of light and dark. That's literally what Prismatic is. Yeah, I understand that, and I kind of agree with this guy in a way. Us having the power to blend light and dark is already something we tackled with and solved with the final shape. It will be a full dark subclass, and we'll have parts of it added to Prismatic as it should. Then honestly, I hope they stop here. They're a 6+1. Then in the future add supers, aspects, and fragments, which is kind of what I want them to do now. It's just focus on super aspects and fragments. But I'd be alright if they added one last darkness one. But I'm not this is where I'm at right now in this game. I will not be mad no matter what they do, as long as they add one or the other. And it can't be like when the final shape was first mentioned back in August of, what is this year, 2025, last year was 2023? In August of 2023, it can't be like that where they just showed one, because we didn't even know about Prismatic until like very close to the release of the final shape, which tells me that they saw the outrage that happened and just kind of slapped it together, and it was perfect. It was perfect. Even if it's a slap together, it still works really good, even though they should have added Chaos Reach instead of that other Chaos variant. His subclass confirmed. Imagine a white subclass. What would that even entail? There can only be 5 elements. There's a movie about it. It wasn't called the 5th and final element. Everyone still thinks resonance, but I think that we're going to be looking at... well, what's the opposite of arc? So, this is something I've looked up before. What is the opposite of arc? And I've looked it up in images, I believe. Hopefully, I don't get anything bad. And this is what I've come. Oh, Siva, no. Siva is not the fucking opposite of arc. What is with people reaching for Siva? It's ridiculous, dude. I'm getting a whole bunch of math problems. So instead of arc, we'll put electricity. So, electric field, no. Attract. Yeah. We'll do Dungeons and Dragons. Because no matter what anyone says, Strand is still very close. Here, let me look this up. Elemental Wheel. Okay. This is something I've come across before. Something like this. Let's see. This is something I've come across before. Okay. Is this elemental wheel? Now, if we look at it, look where electricity is. This one's electricity. Now, I'd imagine that looks purple, and in Pokemon, purple usually means, Wind or Earth. I'd love Wind or Earth, but I don't know if Dark... It usually means telekinesis. So if the opposite of arc is telekinesis, I'd be very surprised, but I don't think it is. So storm, air, but the opposite of storm, that's earth. Void is here in the middle, but now void, you take it out. That's the opposite of strand. Integrity, compassion, nope. Alright. Late dark. Water? See, in my mind, it'd be some sort of decay. Because if you look at it, well, I guess you're not wrong. Water is the opposite of lightning. And it kind of goes in this pattern. The opposite of ice is wind, but in our game, the opposite of ice is fire. So I guess you wouldn't necessarily be wrong thinking it's water or earth. You know, that's a possibility, but I still think that's ice. Okay, there's lightning. Lightning, I don't know what the fuck that is there, dude. I have no idea what that is, because that's earth. I have no idea. That looks like another Psycho one. Another Psycho one. But let's get to the game, huh? Shall we? Shall we? Let's get to playing the damn game. Which you all really came for anyway. But that's... I have a feeling that it could be like some sort of... Oh, you already started at it? No, what? Wait, why am I inside of here? Are you there, Doug? So, for some reason, it still saved all my money I had from last time. All my product is still on that shelf, though. Alright, so we're gonna go with, we already added 18, 20, 20, and we would at least need 20 dirt at that point, right? You got the van?
It's all at the bungalow.
Alright. You want to do me a favor here? Because I don't think I'm supposed to be in here yet.
No.
You want to just come in here real quick and wait for me? You're putting all the deals for late night, right?
Yeah.
Alright. right. Yeah, I'll answer these next few texts that come in. She's out of product. Late night. Yeah, I'm not allowed to be in here in the afternoon. But I'd rather get our bungalow, or not a bungalow, all our stuff done early. Everything's late night. You, 4 for 310. Let's see, will you go 400? Yeah, I didn't think so. Where are you at right now?
No, I'm over here in the bungalow.
All right. Come bring the van.
What are you?
What'd you say?
Where you at?
Host left game.
Oh, yeah? No. What the fuck is going on?
Dude, I don't know. I wish I did. Like, here, let me look at my task manager. Just to see what's going on here. It's not getting overloaded. It's my GPU's at 50. My stream's running perfectly. That's how I know nothing crazy's happening. Let's see here. I lower the graphics even more. I don't really know. God, help me. Randy, yes. I'll meet you later tonight. I'm going to lower the graphics even more. I'm going to make it look like a paperweight, I guess. Dude, I don't give a shit what the frames are. FOV shouldn't matter. Turn off God rays. Actually, no. My PC should be able to handle fucking God rays. This is ridiculous. Is it just hitting my CPU? Dude, my CPU sucks so badly. What if I put this to high? Will use my GPU more now? Let's find out. No, this is a CPU heavy game, huh? I'm sorry, guys. I'm just trying to figure out why the hell this is happening. Fuck. Oh, door's still open. Come here, Doug. I need you to buy stuff for the barn.
You in the game again?
Nope, not anymore. And I verified integrity and shit, and my GPU and all that shit isn't being hit very hard. I don't know exactly what's going on, man.
It was fucking up. Big time.
Here, let me see if it happens to me on my own save here. It has logs? I'm gonna run around here for a while. I'm gonna hop on this. And run around. Because I'm trying to see if it's me or you. I'm not gonna save this game anyway, so. Here, you know what? Let me check my view commands. Oh shit! It actually tells you commands that you can put in. I'm gonna turn down the graphics back to low. Honestly, I like it when the way it looks better on low anyway.
Oh, I killed Benji. Oh shit. I'm gonna restart. Nah, I don't remember the kind of.
You're gonna restart?
Yeah, I killed Benji.
Yeah, it happens.
Like there was a fucking question mark growing over him. I thought he was a cop. So. Ran up to him with the machete, gave him a couple chops.
Give me a sec. I'm trying to see if this game will crash at all. You're what? What's that, Will? You're about to crash into sleeping? It's alright, you can always watch the stream as you sleep. All night entertainment, just for you, buddy. So far I haven't been able to get it to crash, but you know what made it crash last time? I was going up to the store. Let me see if that does it. Business idea, special flavored Zin. You give them to me with the flavor you want, I can do it. Gemini just gave me a hypothetical way on how I could do it. I mean, screw it, why not? I don't see that as a failing thing at all. I feel like there are a lot of Zen flavors already. They're just mostly in Europe. About to crash into sleep. No worries, buddy. Let me purchase something from you. Nope. No, I'm not having a crash on me, dude. Not a single crash. So I'm thinking it must be on your end somehow. Let's try joining back
Okay.
up. You might have to like fully restart your PC. And you have to wait forever to get them. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I don't see why not. All right, I'm in your lobby.
Let's see. Bro just said meowdy. Oh my God.
Meowdy.
Meowdy, everybody. I'm using that on the HX. Meowdy. Oh man.
So apparently, people are saying if it keeps happening, I gotta check the game logs. But you gotta come in here, Doug. You gotta.
Nah, it's your turn. I'm just smoking a bowl first, a resin. I've been doing what you did last time.
What do you mean?
Heavy lifting.
You're not really that heavy lifting. Come on.
I've been securing bag life. I've set this whole bungalow back up. Hit so many licks. I bagged up a bunch of weed myself to clear that shelf.
So far, so good. Like how the Spanish make candy even better candy. No, that's true. That's because they use real sugar. We don't really use real sugar in a lot of their candy. It's all high fructose corn syrup and fucking everything. It's no good. It tastes like shit. Insufficient cash? You know what it might be? I'm not noticing the crash right now. It might be because we didn't start the damn game together. Just got a bunch of soil over here we'll need to collect. Where's this damn van, dude? Doug, where's the van?
It's at the bungalow.
Yeah, I'm at the bungalow. Where at the bungalow is it?
Literally parked right next to the loading bay. Oh no, it's at the apartment. It's at the motels.
Yep.
It's right. the manager. It's in the parking lot right in front of the taco and the manager of the motel. Well, pulling up, and then you lagged out, and that's where I parked it last. I was like, oh.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, that van's useful as fuck, bro. I went to the gas station and loaded that shit up off the pallets with baggies. 16 slots in that van, bro.
Yep.
That is
a whole lot of slots in that shit. Why do you cops want me so bad, dude? You're lucky I don't have any ammo right now, or else you'd be done. Crashed. Okay, dude. I need to figure out what the fuck's going on. Show me the logs.
This game, I mean, it could just need an update. I don't know.
I
Yeah, check
tried.
the logs.
I tried updating it, dude. There's nothing to update. Because I just lost a whole bunch of shit again. You might as well quit that game. We just lost fucking money.
Oh yeah, I'll quit.
Because I'd rather us not lose all our money because this shit decides to keep crashing. This is ridiculous.
I can't believe how light I've taken it today with food.
Oh yeah, because usually
Like-
you're fucking eating constantly.
At least eating a fat meal once a day, you know. But those free pizzas threw me off. I'm like, I'm not gonna go and get Wendy's if I get free pizza. And I ate 2 pieces of pizza, and I wasn't like really ready to eat, but like it was like 6 o'clock anyway. I'm like, fuck it. I mean, it's not gonna get me fresher. You know what I'm saying? So had a couple slices, and then I went out, did a couple more DoorDashes, and I've still been like full since. Like I'm not like. Maybe it's because like I ran out of weed, and this resin isn't like activating the munchies like a full bowl of some good weed would.
That's definitely it.
Yeah, because like the munchies are like unstoppable, unstoppable. Like you could literally eat like a whole pizza and wings, smoke some weed, and 3 hours later you want more food somehow. It's like what? So 2 pieces of pizza, I probably had like maybe 500, 600 calories, and then like 2 twisted teas worth of calories.
Why is CapCut giving me errors?
You know how many people are saying that this game is game of the year?
A lot. I'd agree with them.
I mean, yeah, so yeah, yeah. It's got the trendiness of like Lethal Company and like Among Us, but it's got way more fleshed out game design. Like way more fleshed out. It's goofy. It's fun to play with the boys. It's fun to play solo. It's just like a nice progression-based game. You know, I hope they expand like the auto shop and shit, like rims, engine upgrade. Like come on now, let us fucking haul some. Put a Lambo in that bitch. Put a Lambo up in that motherfucker. 100,000.
The application specific permission, local launch permission of some server shit. Maybe I'll try running this game as admin. Yeah, because it keeps in my event log. It keeps saying that this keeps looking like something is looking for admin privileges. So let me try. It won't let me. Will it? I'm not denying it anything. Why are you giving me a fucking URL for something? Okay. I know what I have to do. There we go. I'm running it as admin now, or admin. Let's see, because I haven't gotten a new log. I just know when I run it as admin, it's going to run differently. Huh. That's weird. So weird. Yeah, it won't let me run the game. Doesn't want to run at admin. Looks all fucked up. You know what I'll try here is I'll try a full system restart just to make sure. I don't know if I have anyone watching me, but if I do, I will literally be right back. I apologize for all the messy stuff tonight. It's out of my control, but I'll be right back.